Hello, everybody, on this great and wonderful Monday. I hope you are all having a great and wonderful day. Today, we are joined by my friend Gord.
Hey guys.
Nobody here yet, but they'll see
Oh,
that in the
yeah.
playback. So, we are in chapter 2 of Who Needs a Hero? The Hulk, the monster within. Hulk smash! Now, they have a bit of a different take on the Hulk than I would do. They do go with Stan Lee's original concept of the Jekyll and Hyde type thing. But the more I've watched or read the Hulk, I think he's more of a, to me, it's more of a Samson from the Bible, where, he wasn't, yeah, he was powered, but when the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, when he seen some sort of injustice or whatever, he was able to reach that godly inner strength and pull it out and do something about it. That's probably a slight wrong overview of Samson, but often every time he used strength that he had, it was said that when the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and then blah blah blah. But that is my little take on this beforehand of the Hulk. But this is theirs. So we are on chapter 2, The Hulk, the monster within. Okay. A brutal, beastly mockery of human. That creature which fears nothing, which despises reason and worships power. A savage, marauding monster from some mad netherworld. The most dangerous living creature on earth. Believe it or not, these words describe one of the most durable superheroes of the past 40 years. Brutal, beastly, savage, marauding, most dangerous. This doesn't sound like a hero to you. You're right. The Hulk is truly a repulsive brute, and his story is ugly. Near, in fact, nearly the only note of heroism in the Hulk's tragic tale is sounded in the events of his origin. Events of his origin. Envision someone somewhere in New Mexico desert in the New Mexico desert, a staging ground for the most destructive weapon ever created. In a shielded bunker, Dr. Bruce Banner prepares to test a bomb he masterminded. The soft-spoken Banner is a brilliant scientist, the only man, the only man in the world who understands the physics behind the gamma bomb. With the flick of a switch, he begins the countdown for detonation. But with seconds ticking by, Banner is horrified to see his teenager drive casually onto the testing grounds. Stop the countdown, Banner orders, and rushes from the bunker. He leaps into a military jeep, punches the key into the ignition, and stamps his foot on the accelerator. To to the roar across the open desert, where he yanks the boy from his jalopy. The kids, sorry, the kids bet me I wouldn't have the nerve to sneak past the guards, admits a teenager, a boy named Rick Jones. Banner drags the lad over the sand and shovels him into a trench. Unfortunately, Banner's envious colleague in the bunker has done nothing to delay the detonation of the bomb. This is an opportunity to do away with his brilliant superior and steal his work. Before Banner can join Rick Jones in the trench, the gamma bomb explodes, saturating the scientists in raw gamma radiation. Bruce Banner doesn't die, but within a few hours, the wretched man is bitterly regretted his survival. That evening, when the last rays of sun disappear behind the horizon, Banner grows feverish and sick. His head throbs, his clothing rips into tatters as the meek scientist transforms into the incredible Hulk. The first glimpse of the Hulk shocks the reader. True to his name, the Hulk towers head and shoulders over normal human beings. His arms and legs are as thick as tree trunks and more powerful than a pile driver. Beneath the wild thatch of hair, the creature's corpsey gray face recalls the Frankenstein monster. The story captions declare the Hulk to be the most powerful man on Earth. While the designation of man might be challenged, his power is unquestionable. Within the first 2 pages of his comic book existence, the Hulk smashes through a brick wall, crushes a jeep, and overpowers a squad of armed soldiers. At dawn, the Hulk reverts to Bruce Banner, but we are assured that the Juggernaut will return at nightfall. At first, the Hulk is merely confused and brutish, like a force of nature unleashed on an unsuspecting world. Soon, however, the Hulk grows bitter and angry. By issue 2, after capturing a spaceship of invaders, the Hulk muses with this flying dreadnought. Under me, I can wipe out all mankind. A few issues later in the same story, Bruce Banner's love, Betty Ross, asks the Hulk, "Who are you? Why do you hate us so?" The Hulk replies with the characteristic venom, "Hate you? Why shouldn't I hate you? Why shouldn't I hate all mankind? Look what men have done to me." And if any doubt is left as to the villainous nature of the lumbering destroyer, the writer describes the Hulk as the foe of every human being on Earth. The Hulk himself confirms this repeatedly. For instance, after the Hulk's defeat of an Asian tyrant, a bystander breathes a sigh of relief and mutters, "Safe at last." The Hulk growls, "Don't kid yourself. Nobody's safe." Then replies the bystander, "What do you mean, Hulk?" "I mean that you and the rest of the weakling humans race will be safe when there is no more Hulk. I'm planning on being around a long, long time." And that is it for today. Tomorrow we go into Dueling the Inner Man. I do hope everybody enjoyed that first little bit. As I've said before, I'll be trying to do a little bit of the chapter each day. Hopefully we can go through a chapter a week. There are 14 chapters, so. Yeah, that was good. So I guess it is on with the other part of the show, the drawing part. Oh, no Bible verses? No, well, I'm doing that instead of the Bible now. I went through my 66-day challenge, which was reading a portion of the Bible. And right now, this is my next step. I'm not sure what's after this yet. I'll figure that out. I've got a few weeks to figure it out. Oh, that's cool. But this book combines both parts of my channel, God and superheroes. You'll hear more about the God part with the Hulk tomorrow if you're watching. Okay, so now we need to share the screen to get onto the drawing portion. This is my hero called Armadillo. I do not know anything about him besides his name. I do have a colored version of him, which I will end up bringing into this to color him. Hey, Bob. How are you? Yeah, let's get that down here that way and see how many people. Hey, Bob. I missed the book stuff. No problem. Well, you can watch it later. Today was the Hulk, the Monster Within. And it basically was just going over, it's basically at this point just gone over the Hulk's origin as it was told when it was first. Hi to the random guy. This is my friend Gord. Hey, Bob. Okay, so try and get it so they can see what they can see. Oh, they can't see nothing right now. They can't see nothing because I'm sharing my screen. They can't see you. They can't see me. No, not very well. They're asking whether you can draw. No. But he's over at my place, so he figured he'd join in on talking and all that. Or me while I'm drawing. Yes, he is. He was just wondering whether you were a Christian. Yep. Although he's not quite as well versed in things as me. No, he's from Italy. Oh, wow. Bob is from northern Italy. Nice. And Bob, the other day, won I had a contest because of hitting 100 subscribers, and Bob won. Hey, Brandon. So I've got to, in a couple days, I've got to send him out a drawing to Italy. That will be the first time I've ever sent anything to Italy. So I noticed you changed your avatar. Bob, what's in your new avatar? That's cool. It's a couple anime characters, which he's going to have to choose between one I've already drawn and one that I'm going to be drawing on Wednesday night. Well, Wednesday night, my time. It might end up being Thursday morning for Bob. Probably will be Thursday morning for Bob. Because he lives 6 hours into the future. In other words, Italy's 6 hours ahead of us.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
She just comes in and says hi. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, bought some new axe spray today.
Uh,
The one I won't spray it in here.
cool.
Peace.
Okay, we'll catch you later, Bob. I hope you have a great day at school. Or oh no, you're not. You're done school. I'm thinking. Well, have a great shower. Actually, I should get the colored version in here of this guy. Armadillo. Ah, shoot. I've been drawing on the wrong layer. But that doesn't surprise me. It's something I do.
I'm gonna go say hello to your mom.
Okay. Gord's taking off for a bit, or maybe for a while. Uh, maybe you can get her. She's watching me out there, but maybe you can get her to show you my Comic-Con video from Saturday.
Mm. I won't forget to say bye before you go.
Okay. Let's see. What do we have for no real nose stuff? So what else going on with you? How's your Brandon? You still there? keep those. Yes, I did. So I don't even know why this guy calls himself Armadillo. I guess he's armored a bit somehow on all this stuff. I don't know. It's stuff I will figure out when I actually go to get a little bit more in depth when I have to. On him. Let's see how well I can do this. A with, I just want to make sure. Okay. Hello to whomever's come in. Tonight I will be drawing my character, Horsefly. I think I should have her information.
See you later, Rick.
Okay, we'll see you later. Have a great day, Gord. Sure, just you know, um, do this lines. Agree. That out. That. Why? No way it's doing it because I'm on the wrong level. Okay, so we'll have to do something about that later. I'm going to leave it blank till I've gone over the rest of the drawing. Okay, so I think I got it all. And so we're going to delete that. Oh, you know something? I might slightly be redesigning this costume. I actually like it without that belt on. Why do I get stuff that I don't want? There you guys get redesigned right here on the show. If you like that. Hey, Bob. His name's Armadillo, and that's what he looks like. And he's a hero. That's about all I know about him. His look was a cross between, I think, originally created the look was created, the original look. I could do that. Oh, what? You mean the Canadian Shield one? Or the one from the earlier today? Yeah, I could do that live. Didn't have a problem with doing that live. I'm not sure when. Okay, I'm actually gonna. But then again, I'd like to do that with John. Maybe I'll try and be up tomorrow morning. He's a lot into wrestling. He's not here now, but he's been a lot into wrestling. He likes superheroes a bit. Um, he has a bit of a learning disability though, so. But he's a great guy. Although right now he's getting out of wrestling a little bit, so he likes bowling. He likes movies, action movies and all that. Uh, yeah, this is my character. His name is Armadillo. That's really all I know about him. And his look. Um, I had the name Armadillo for quite some time, and didn't know what I wanted to look up, what I wanted him to look like. So I ended up coming across a drawing that I did that was a cross between character called Skull. I think it was Skullfire from the X-Men 2099 series, and Lightning Lad from Legion of Superheroes. I did a little bit of a tweak on it, as you can. Well, you can't see offhand, but um, use that tweak for Armadillo. Let's see, right here. Open with. Might not have been. Oh no, Skullfire and no Metalhead. No, sorry, I had the wrong two characters. It was Metalhead from X-Men 2099, and it was Fierro from the Legion of Superheroes. And that's what I call it. Those two colors together, and then read it that. Oh. Because sometimes it's about the style or attitude, you know, that you want a character, well, you don't necessarily want a character to have, but sometimes the design institutes a style or persona of the character. Armadillo obviously possibly speaks. That's from the animal armadillo, so that says he's possibly armored. This face mask obviously it looks armored. Maybe I could go a little bit more metalish by going like this. Not sure whether that looks more metalish or not. I'll bring these in. And those in. Maybe we can take his armbands, make them more metalish looking. Here, we'll take that and put it on his boot too. More metalish looking boot. Take the gray, make it more metalish. I'm not sure. We might have, we might not have, or we might have glanced over it. And so Neither do I. When I've done so many shows, we've talked about a fair bit. Some more memorable than others. Okay, so let's see. Let's expand this. I'm gonna put eyes in here that you can actually see. I take it you mean the show. Yeah, I can see that show doing that. I can't see why not. It's not a good thing. It's just a thing that is. Well, heck, what got me into comics really was, well, I think it was a twofold thing for me. My mom, but I watched different superhero type cartoons growing up. And then my mom also bought me some Christian comics. They weren't superhero stuff, but the two things combined, I think, is what got me into comics. People usually hate what? The Big Bang Theory? The TV show? I don't know about over there, but a lot of people over here like it. If that's what you were talking about. So there is armadillo. Oh, Bazinga. Bazinga's not even like a joke, really. See, the problem is Sheldon thinks he's funny a lot of times, and he's not. And that's where the funny part is that he thinks he's funny and he's not. At least in my opinion. Okay, so there is armadillo. Okay, well, for me to watch it dubbed in Italian, it wouldn't sound better. Because I wouldn't understand a word. Ah, you did. How well did you do? I think, well, all right, let's see. Yeah, definitely too thick of a brush. Go down to, yeah, that's good. Yeah, if I'll try if I color that, it'll be on tomorrow. I'll try and get on John's stream tomorrow morning. I'll try and wake up early enough to get on his stream tomorrow morning, and I'll color it then. Because I want his input for the color since it's sort of his character. And before you ask, this character's name is Gord Reckon. He is supporting cast for my character, The Wiz. He is one of his fellow students. Yeah, it's not supposed to be lips. His mouth's supposed to be open. But because of bad quality of stuff, like it's supposed to be open like that, maybe with some teeth. Uh, ah, so yes, it's a he. But because I filled in the mouth in black, you know, I guess in this bad quality, because this was drawn freehand, scanned into the computer, and then brung into MS Paint. And again, it's when I wasn't drawing. I was just drawing half-assed, as they say. I wasn't drawing my best. I was trying to draw better than I normally might, but not the best that I could do. even at the time. And then taking it into MS Paint or whatever, you lose a lot. So just because at the time I was considering speed over quality. I wasn't taking my time. When I take the time, I'm better. And I think that's what I've got to learn to really do on drawn and quartered. Take my time. Well, it's not that I didn't have the time back then. It's just that I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking I had to do everything, do it fast. I thought, all these comic book artists, they do this just so I thought I had to learn how to be fast and good instead of slow down, get good, and then maybe get fast. But through watching these channels lately, and I knew if I took my time, I could be better because I think about stuff more. So, as you see, even in my live drawings, I take a lot longer. Usually those are 2 hours. Normally, I did this drawing in like 10, maybe 15 minutes. And to me, I thought that was taking my time back then, or taking a little bit of time. But I knew if I took even more time, I'd be even better. But, you know, and this was also to be concept art for the character. I think it was my first time drawing the character. So there's another thing. Usually, when you're drawing the character for the first time, you don't usually take a lot of time. You just want to get the basic design down, or at least with me. Not that there's a lot of design in creating a supporting cast character. Um, because I'm wanting quality, somewhat quality. If you look at Mike S. Miller or Ethan or that, when you see them drawing, yeah, it takes a comic book page to draw and ink. Takes them a minimum of a day because they're taking the time, they're putting quality into it. No wedding ring for him. He's like 15. He's probably around your age. He's a student in high school. Or maybe even elementary school. I'd have to relook at the bio to be sure. Because he is a classmate of my character, the Wiz. And the Wiz is only in like grade 8, maybe grade 9. So he wouldn't even be 15, this guy, most likely, if that's where I go for. I think that's what I've gone for the Wiz. Eventually, he might have a wedding ring. I don't know to who. Um, yeah, actually, here in Canada, or last time I knew, with parents' permission, you can get married at like 14. Yeah, and again, only in special cases. But most kids are not getting married at that age. Or, sorry. I could be wrong. I could be wrong about the age too here. I know I'm thinking about one particular law, so I think I'm just thinking it would apply for it too. But then again, I think it might have gone up recently too. It's not like I'm near that age, so I'm not really concerned about it at this moment. And I don't have any kids near that age, so I don't have any kids at all. So, but yeah, I could give him a backpack easy enough. Probably should. Phone at least. Oh, this would be modern day, so you're right. I should have some sort of tech on them. Yep, I don't like that line. That's what I get for not zooming in to do this. Shoddy lines. Oh shoot, that's what that line is. Delay and make expand. What do you think you missed? The answer to what? Oh, I said this is modern times. I just said it quick. Maybe you didn't hear. I don't know. So, yeah, I gave him a backpack. The way his hands are at the moment, I can't see a hand, anything in him. But yeah, he probably has some. Oh, okay. He probably has a some sort of phone in his pocket or whatever. Or in his backpack. Span. Make. Ah, spelling wise, probably about a 5, maybe lower. At least for because say take your something, it should be something, a G, not a K. Might be special. Most of this backpack should have a C in it. Hours should only have one O. Stuff should have two F's. Maybe it's better than a five. Wedding ring should be two D's in wedding. Answer is an N, not an M. And then give him, it should be then give him, so an E instead of an A. It's just a lot of minor stuff. Most people would, I think, be able to pick up what you're trying to say. And I would say that's what counts in a chat, at least. You probably speak it better than spell it, which is a lot different. Hey, sometimes I miss letters too. Don't worry. I'm not the best speller in the world either, so. English was not my best subject. Yeah, that's better for answer. An answer, it wasn't about missing a letter, it was about using the wrong letter, though. But why? What's here? Give me a sec. This is Gordon Reckon. I have his profile. All right, I need to do this. Okay. Why is this guy a thing? Well, he is, like I said, he's part of the supporting cast of my character, the Wiz. Okay. He is a student, obvious as I said. He is 4'7". He has dirty brown hair, dirty blonde hair. He has brown eyes, lives in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. His first appearance is The Wiz #3. Gord has grown up in a normal, loving home. However, somewhere along the way, he has become obsessed with himself. His obsession is so bad that whenever he passes a mirror, he has to stop and look at himself. One thing as of lately that has fed his ego problem is that when he walks by the girls, they will lovingly giggle. When in class, he can be found doodling while the teacher is talking. The image he usually is drawing, due to his vanity, is himself. He joined the debate team on a whim, but since then has come to love it due to the fact that it feeding his ego, and he derives pleasure from this. Due to his popularity, he can be usually found in the company of Mike Moore and friends. They are, You don't. I don't. What do you mean you don't understand the timeline? No, my universe isn't in the past. Mine is in the modern day. If you're thinking about the Canadian Shield, he's taken from the past, but he is brought into modern day. Canadian Shield, yeah, is brought into modern day. He's put up in the middle of nowhere to avoid culture shock. The man like Cougar, who is the Canadian Shield, is from 200 years ago, but he is brought into the modern day. He's given a suit from the future by God. Well, that he was scared, probably scared a little, but again, that's why I put him out in the middle of the woods where no technology is around. Yeah, he lost most of his family. This stuff is explored a little in the first issue. It's mentioned and all that. This sort of stuff is mentioned in the first issue. The thing is, he was already ostracized by his family for other reasons. They were not his biggest fans. Again, like I said, a lot of this stuff I do get into in the first issue. Not as probably as detailed as you want, but like I said, it's supposed to be an ongoing series, so you explore more. Probably over time, more and more of this stuff will get explored. What kind of color backpack we're gonna give this guy? No, maybe more dark blue back. Well, I'm glad I could do that, Bob, for you. Immigration is really. Oh, I can believe it. From what I know, immigration is really bad all over Europe. New delete. Okay. Wow. That is, I'm not sure whether that's good or scary. The question is also what is the rest of the country like for classes like yours? Okay, I think that's everything that I need done. Oh, okay. Wrong way. Yeah, I can believe. Like I said, I've listened to a lot of stuff on some news report stuff on YouTube that I believe is reliable, and because a lot of the news that comes to us from your side of the world through CNN and all that is not exactly accurate in reports of how things are going on there. So I've learned to get my stuff from other sources that are a little bit more reliable. To a guy named Tommy Robbins. I forget how to pronounce his last name offhand. Oh shoot! I forgot to do his other eyebrow. Although Tommy Robbins is more in Britain, but and then there's a lady named Lauren Southern who's from Canada, but she goes over there and finds out stuff. And then there's another channel called Rebel Media that finds out a lot of stuff. Yeah, somehow I didn't think it was from recent times. I thought it might have been a bit older picture. You know, you looked a little bit younger than 15 in it. Not that that means anything. I know when I was 20, I only looked 15. I know I get mistaken as an early 30-year-old or late 20-year-old, even now. So, unfortunately I can't grow a beard. What you see on my face has been growing for like 2 months. I don't shave that often because I don't want to have to shave more often. Why? I have no idea. Genetics. My dad has a full beard and can grow it in like a week or two. But me, I couldn't grow a beard to save my life. You don't what? You don't want to grow a beard? Or or you don't know why either. I wouldn't expect you to know why. Okay, so that is Gord Reckon. I'm just going to finish off the last bit of his profile. His skills, abilities, and hobbies. For those that might be wondering. His main hobby is himself. And most everything he does revolves around this. Well, you're only 15 too, so it's about now time it might start growing or in the next year or two for you. And then the other thing is the more you shave, most likely the more faster it'll come in. But that I don't think would even help me. Not that I actually want a beard, but anyways, Gord over the years has shown himself to be an excellent artist and can draw most anything. That's a myth. I don't know. Anyways, almost anything. One that hobby that Gord has, of course, one that hobby. My English is bad. See, one hobby that of Gord's that of course feeds his vanity is that he loves to play practical jokes and are sometimes very nasty. Eh, there is Gord, reckon, in a nutshell. Oh, so that is all saved. Let's stop sharing. Let's go to this. There we go. Uh, yeah, that's. Well, if it's a myth, then I don't know. uh, here is a weird fact. My class is made by kids that go from 14 to 20. Wow. Have some people failed a grade or two? Well, you'd be an equivalent of high school, so well, uh, here, but I guess you could have somebody that hasn't taken grade 9 science and are in their last year, grade 10 science, and in their last year. Well, I'm just going by our system. It's possible, but for like an older student to take a grade 9 class, like I said, I don't know how your system works completely. Well, forget completely at all. I know you've told me a little bit about it, and fortunately or unfortunately, I forget. Ah, cool. Yeah, we have people that do that here. Yeah, true. So what's next? Well, nothing right now. Just talking, chatting. Um, Tonight I'll be doing my character Horsefly. I'm pretty sure I have a profile on her, so you'll be able to tear that apart. uh, yeah, tonight, like I said, my character Horsefly. I'll probably try and finish up my Hellboy from Saturday. And tomorrow morning for me, if I can get up in time on John's channel, I'll try and get on John's channel and do color that drawing of his if he wants me to. And I should make sure for that, it's not mine. You know, it's a little different me coloring the Canadian Shield. Yeah, it was his drawing, but it's my character. I figured it'd add something to it, make it pop a little. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you heard that. I'm not sure what you mean by you probably heard something that I already said. So. Yeah, there's been a few. I've seen a couple different versions, but like I said, I'm not sure whether I said it on there. I do have a copyright for it, so and mine's different than the couple others that I've seen. I think people try and come out with it, but I don't think anybody's actually done anything for it or with it, especially as much as me. Uh, Yeah, if I go to any other things like that, I'll be sure to do the same thing, record, walk around, record. Hopefully I'll be able to get some of those guys on here eventually for a little talk or whatever, promote their stuff. I know I do got some business cards, so uh, yeah. The Canadian Shield is actually a land formation. That's where everybody that's gotten the name for a character has derived it from. It's a land formation here in Canada. And that's probably the most well-known Canadian Shield. And I believe it is mainly here in Ontario, the Ontario part of Canada. What is that the case? How I got the name? Yeah, because I knew about the Canadian Shield landform, landmass, or whatever. That's part of here in Ontario, and I grabbed the name from that. And that's probably why you can have so many Canadian Shields because it is a land form, and yeah, I can copyright my version, and everybody else can copyright their version because it is a land mass, and that part's not copyrighted because you can't copyright a land mass, and that's the name of it. So that would be my best guess. Whether it's correct or not, well, and I'm pretty sure everybody's used because they've. If you live here in Canada and created a character Canadian Shield, you would have heard of the Canadian Shield landmass. So you're like, ooh, that sounds like a great superhero name. Like, I'm not sure whether you know about the character name. Well, you might have heard me say this in that comic tour. Not sure whether you've heard of the character called Vindicator. Okay, we'll catch you later. I was just gonna say, if you've not sure whether you've heard of the character called Vindicator from Alpha Flight, its original creator wanted to call him the Canadian Shield, but was unable to because Marvel didn't want to call him that. Okay, I will let you go. Catch you later. Bye. Have a great day. And I guess that will be the end for this because nobody else is going to be talking in the chat other than Bob. So remember to hit that thumbs up button, people. Subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. Of course, hit the notification bell. That way you know when I'm going live or putting up content. Remember to comment in the comment section below. Hit the links. Check out the links in the bottom, in the description. What else can we say? That'd be so wonderful and new. Share. And again, thank you very much for tuning in. Bye for now. God bless. I'll be back on later tonight, my time, Eastern Standard Time, probably around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye for now. God bless. Love you all.